AI graded on literary soul? New QA method beats the bots. Welcome to Localization News You Can Use, your daily dose of localization know-how. We've all been watching AI's journey into creative fields, and let's be honest, evaluating its output, especially in something as nuanced as literary translation, has been a massive headache. It's not just about swapping words, is it? It's about capturing soul, tone, and cultural subtleties. Well, there's some exciting news on this front that's just come to light. A brilliant team of researchers from universities across Europe, Mannheim, Aberdeen, Ghent, and Nuremberg, have unveiled a new framework that's set to make a real difference. It's called LITRANSPROQA, and it's taking a fresh, question-answering approach to figuring out just how good AI-generated literary translations really are. So how does LITRANSPROQA actually work? Instead of relying on often opaque automated scores, it uses large language models to answer a series of very specific questions about the translation. Think along the lines of, does the translation truly reflect the author's intended tone? Or, how well does it handle those tricky cultural references that can so easily get lost in translation? The system then assigns scores based on simple yes, no, or maybe answers, averaging them out to give an overall quality score. What's particularly neat is that there's even an option to weight these results based on input from human translators, adding another layer of expert oversight. Now, what really sets LITRANSPROQA apart from other question-answering metrics we've seen is its laser focus on the core elements vital to literary translation. These aren't just any questions. The research team didn't simply ask an LLM to dream them up. Oh no. They delved deep into established literary translation theory, conducted interviews with experienced literary translators, and combed through training materials. They started with a hefty list of about 45 questions, and then, working hand in glove with seasoned professionals, refined it down to 25 questions that experts agreed were truly relevant and that current LLMs could sensibly answer. The whole process is designed to mirror the meticulous quality control and assessment that professional translators themselves undertake. And does it perform? The initial findings are incredibly promising. When benchmarked against widely used metrics like Xcomet XL, Comet Kiwi, and Gemba MQM, LITRANSPROQA shows a stronger correlation with human judgments. Perhaps most impressively, it's proving particularly effective at distinguishing between translations crafted by professionals and those generated by AI. The researchers suggest this framework represents significant progress toward evaluation capabilities that are on par with human assessors, performing almost as well as trained student annotators. That's quite a statement. One of the most practical and frankly brilliant aspects of LITRANSPROQA is its compatibility with open source large language models. We're talking about powerful models from companies like Meta with their Llama series and Alibaba with Qwen. These open source options aren't just keeping up. In some tests for this framework, they've matched and even outperformed proprietary models like GPT-4o Mini. This is a game changer. It reduces dependency on closed-off CAF proprietary tech and makes the framework well-suited for situations involving sensitive or copyrighted literary content. You can run these evaluations locally, keeping full control over the data, which is absolutely essential for copyright and ethical reasons. This broadens its applicability enormously, positioning it as an accessible, training-free metric that many can adopt, especially when local processing is a must. And for those keen to get under the bonnet, the code and datasets have been made available on GitHub, great for transparency and further development. This really feels like a significant step forward, moving beyond just number crunching to a more insightful, human-centric way of understanding AI's capabilities in the delicate art of literary translation. Thank you for listening to this episode of Localization News You Can Use, your daily dose of localization know-how.